So before I did Porterbrook, I told a buddy of mine when we joined Sacred City a year and a half ago, hey, I feel like I'm around a lot of super Christians, and that's because I didn't know the gospel like they did. So in a sense, there was this gap that I experienced that, they knew this and I didn't. And just having a lot of conversations with people, kind of made me realize that I wasn't really taking on a disciple identity to equip myself to really know who God is and what His Word says. And by doing that, by taking Porterbrook, by taking that step, I really put myself in a position to have that learner identity and know God and who He is.
Porterbrook Quad Cities is a theological training course that's suitable for all Christians, and it consists of three main components. The first component is personal learning, where each student commits to studying and reading material that's designed to help them understand God's Word, the church, and the culture. And while we study this content, we're developing the character that's necessary, the godly character that's necessary to live and to lead within the local church with a heart that's changed by the gospel. Then you're going to come together with other students in a weekly cohort to discuss the content that you've been studying and to really flesh out what it looks like to live this out in daily life and in missional community. And finally, each term culminates at this end of term seminar day where we gathered all of the Porterbrook students together for large group discussion, the presentation of assignments, and to hear from exceptional gospel practitioners on the topics we've been studying.
I think I really embrace kind of the value of being a learner. So it was Porterbrook was something that had always kind of appealed to me, and so seeing friends go through it and realizing, hearing what they were learning, how their faith was growing, their understanding was deepening, but also realizing that it was accessible. Seeing other people do it gave me the confidence that I could do it as well.
God created us to be in community with people, and when you are learning something, whether it's reading God's Word or you are reading something that's academic related, if you're not really applying that, if you're not really having discussions with people about that, first of all, you're probably going to lose that information, right? Second of all, you're not going to be challenged on that. And really, God calls us to be in community so that we can challenge each other, so that we can equip each other. Maybe someone's learning something from you, from what you've learned, but also at the same time, your view may be distorted because of how you grew up and where you come from. And people who do have a better idea of what they're reading, what they're processing, they can engage you in that so that you can have a better understanding of God's Word.
If you're an aspiring missional community leader, you should sign up for Porterbrook. If you have a desire to plant a church or be a pastor someday, you should sign up for Porterbrook. If you're a stay-at-home mom or a business owner and you want to know how the gospel shapes the way that you work and you live, you should do Porterbrook. If you want to know how you can better contribute to your missional community, you should sign up for Porterbrook. If you want to be a better missionary in your city, you should sign up for Porterbrook. If you're a Christian, whether you're a baby Christian or you've been walking with the Lord for decades, you should sign up for Porterbrook.
Before Porterbrook, I always kind of operated on more of a rational or moralistic standpoint where I kind of knew what was right and wrong, and so I could tell someone what to do based on the morality of a situation, but I didn't have a lot of the theological framework to kind of point them kind of beyond what's right and what's wrong, and going deeper into their heart and exploring what's actually happening beneath the surface.
It's taken a long time, but the foundation that Porterbrook gave me in understanding the gospel in a deeper sense and learning how to apply that both to my life and to the lives of other people, I think is what has given me the confidence to, with my wife, step into MC leadership. It's given us a lot of humility in leadership to be able to step into those messes and help people experience the gospel in new ways or for the first time. And so I think Porterbrook gave us that foundation to be able to be missional community leaders.